Okay, sorry it's so dark, but it's like 6:30 in the morning on Saturday, and I'm the only one up besides the cats. I just had to let you listen to Onyx. This is her every morning. Now she'll be happy. Now Socks is getting in on the action. Okay. This is every morning at our house. So funny. So Onyx always talks to us. Socks usually talks a little bit. And Pikachu just follows me around until I feed him. So funny. They're just like little kids. I'm hungry. Give me food, Mom. Now they'll be happy for a little while. Now I need to go feed the outside babies. Oh. I love that beautiful sound in the morning. That means caffeine is on its way. Okay, it's a typical Saturday morning for me. I fed the cats. I made my tea. Can't see it very well. I'm the only one up in the house besides the little four-legged furries. And I've got my computer on. I just found a really cute game. You see it? Spooky Doubles. Since we've been working on doubles facts, and then they're going to be working on doubles plus one, I thought that I would print this out. It was free. Excuse me. This was free on Teachers Pay Teachers. I just searched doubles plus one, and this game came up, and I pushed free, of course. I have my iPad over here that I had a video up on when it died on me. I'm watching That Kinder Girl. If you've never seen her, you might enjoy her too. That Kinder Girl. She's obviously a kindergarten teacher in Tennessee, I believe. Goodness, you can tell it's morning. I sound like a baritone or a bass. I've made, you can't see anything, but I've made, the light's bad. I've made a breakfast sandwich to eat while I'm picking up my lesson plans and getting some activities together, because I need to leave at 9:30 so that I can get to my school by 10 to help set up the pumpkin festival. So the PTA lady that's in charge of it was just totally flustered yesterday and worried because it's supposed to rain. And our festival is outside, of course. We have a hay ride, we have pony rides. So if it rains, those will not happen, which are a big draw for the kids. But all the activities, the games, the bake sale, the auction, that stuff can still happen inside. So she was frantically making notes to send home with our kids that said, rain or shine, it will be happening. And I made sure that all my kids got one of those. She put them on bright orange paper, which was good because, you know, that gets your attention. So we're hoping a lot of people show up. That's the biggest fundraiser that PTA does for the entire year for our school. So hopefully it's a big success, and I will film as much as I can while I am there. I may need to wait until I'm done with my shift, and then I can pick up my camera and walk around and just kind of show you a little bits of everything. And when I dropped off the bake sale items that one of my little girls had brought, I saw the bake sale table already set up, and oh my goodness, these parents outdid themselves. The things I saw on that table would rival any bakery. I just would put money on it. They were so cute and so well packaged and just so appealing. So I'm sure that they will sell out of those things. And if they don't, they put the extras in the teacher's lounge. So we benefit from it too. Well, unless you count the calories that you put on. I try to avoid that kind of stuff if possible, but sometimes you just got to have a little something. Okay, I'm going to sit here and enjoy my tea and nibble on my breakfast biscuit, maybe turn on the television and have something in the background. I'll probably finish watching That Kinder Girl because I got interrupted. I love weekends watching YouTube because most YouTube teachers post their videos on weekends because that's when we have time. And so I get a stockpile of them and I can just work my way through them, and it gives me something to watch and something to do when my family is not up. That's why I like to try to do my planning either at school or in the early morning hours of the weekend, because I'm not taking away any family time. And excuse me, I can do other things while I'm planning, because I can let things kind of stew in my brain and let things process, and I can kind of come up with ideas and then put them on paper, and I'm ready for the next week. So I will catch you later at school probably. Hey there. So on my way to school, and it's raining, lovely. So everything is going to have to be set up inside. Sorry. And I realized last minute, even though I was up super early today, I realized that there was no sign made for my class basket. I don't think I mentioned that. So every class is supposed to make some kind of a themed basket. I think I did mention that maybe one time, I don't know. Anyway, our theme is Antarctica, so we've got like ice skating tickets and like hats, scarves, things like that. Hot cocoa, mugs, marshmallows. I threw in some polar ice gum and some popcorn and a book, the biggest snowball fight ever. We've got a Play-Doh set that's making ice cream, and then some other random things that some people are gonna throw in. And so I went and got a basket at Dollar General last night, a little blue one. Well, I can't show you right now, but so I'm just gonna put it all together, and I went, oh crud, I forgot to make a sign for that. So I made a sign that says chill out with Mrs. Bond's class, and then I found a penguin graphic that I had, so I stuck that on there. I just need to print it out at school, and I think I'll put it on like a little piece of blue construction paper, just tape it on there and hang it on the basket, so it'll be kind of cute. And it's just gross outside today. And then apparently one of the cats, probably Onyx because she's our problem child, like pottied all over the floor. We have 3 litter boxes, and she made a potty puddle all over the floor in the bathroom downstairs. So my husband came up and he was upset, and he's like, we need to get rid of these cats and all this stuff. And I was like, calm down. I can't talk about this right now. I have to leave. I'm sorry, but now's not a good time. I'll talk to you when I get back. I would have cleaned it up if I'd known there was a mess, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so he's upset with the cats, and he's just ready to chuck them all out the door. And I'm like, just calm down. I'll be back in a little while. I'll be back in a couple hours. Just, you know, try to chill out a little bit. Why does everything have to happen at once? I don't understand. And then people are driving just dumb. Like, go, people. Like, we're stopped in the middle of the highway because people are turning at like a negative mile-an-hour speed. I know that's not possible. Physics, people, I get it. But it just feels like they're, you know, going backwards. They're so slow. Anyway, so I better get off here because this is not the safest way to drive. But I just thought I'd let you know what's up. And when I get to school, I'm probably not going to get a chance to say anything for a little bit, because I'll be running around printing out that sign and putting it together. And I'm going to park behind the school because the parking lot will be full of people, theoretically, parking. And I'll chat with you as soon as I get a chance. And if I don't get a chance while I'm actually like doing stuff, which I probably won't because I'll be doing stuff, I will go around after my shift is over, and I'll kind of give you just like an overview of what everything looks like and all the little games and activities, and show you what's what. So I'll chat with you later. All right, I am headed back home so that maybe we can go to the Apple Festival, which is on the other side of where we live. So my school is about 20 minutes one way from my house, and the other place is about 30 minutes from the other side of my house. It's in the town where my husband works. So we'll see if they still want to do that. My family may just be and not want to go. The rain has stopped, and it is turning out to be a very lovely day. There were lots and lots and lots of kiddos that I got to see inside. I was running the ticket booth / raffle ticket table, and it got a little crazy because a lot of people came out at the same time, which is cool. So I had to keep it straight in my head because I was responsible for raffle tickets, but I thought, I can't sit here and watch this other teacher go crazy trying to sell all of the activity tickets, because that's what most people wanted. She had this huge line forming. Oh goodness, people. Just kind of slammed on the brakes in front of me. So she had a huge line forming, and I thought, I'm not just gonna sit here and watch her deal with all this. So I kept going, I can help you down here, I can help you over here, come on over here, I'll hook you up. And so they would come over, and I'd say, now, would you like raffle tickets for this lovely, it's a giant raft thingy, since we're a lake community, some kind of big raft thingy, and the people were like, ooh, that's cool. And then I said, or, you can do both. People, I'm a little nervous. People are not driving very well. Okay. Or I can get you activity tickets for all the things inside the gym, which
I will show you, because I got footage before all the crazy happened, while they were still kind of testing the waters. I saw a few of my kiddos from my class and also from Power Hour. They're like, Miss Bond, Miss Bond. I'm like, sweet. I saw one of my little girls from Power Hour, and she was helping with the bounce house before we got started. And I said, are you quality control? Are you testing to make sure all the bounces work? And she's like, yeah. I said, well, we need that, sister. So make sure that everything's working okay, so that everybody has maximum fun. And so she was like, okay, I can do that. So sorry, my camera keeps sliding on the dashboard, because I think I put it in the mount. I think I stuck it upside down. Yeah, the last time I used this was a while ago. English not so good. It was really fun to see the families come in, and the students were all sent home with a color page that was a scarecrow, and if they brought it with them to the ticket table, they could get 2 free tickets, which was cool. So I was admiring their artwork and saying, here you go, you worked hard for these 2, let's make sure we get those first. A lot of people weren't sure how many tickets to get, and we had kind of deals. We had 1 for $0.25, which you can't do. You can't do anything for 1 ticket, so I'm not even sure why that was on there. There might have been one thing you could do for 1 ticket. Most of the things cost 2 tickets or 5 tickets. A lot of the things were 5 tickets. So people were like, how many should I get? And I said, well, here's the list of the things that you can use tickets for, and here's how much each activity takes for tickets. I said the majority of the activities take 5 tickets. So if you're planning to do a lot of things, maybe you want to get the 30 tickets for $5. I said, but you can always get however many you think you want and get more. But goodness, this little thing is just not working well, because I did put it in upside down. Yeah, so it's going to keep sliding. Anyway, I won't keep turning once I get on the highway. Right now, I just keep going around the curves and it's making my camera slide. Anyway, I went up and downstairs like 5 times to my classroom, back upstairs, to my classroom, back upstairs, to my classroom, back upstairs, because goofy me, first of all, I parked behind the building because I thought, well, that's one less parking space that I'm taking up that families can use. Plus, it's closer to my classroom where I can stash all my stuff, like my purse and my computer and stuff. I parked, I started to get out, and I went, I don't have my keys because they're at my teacher bag, which is at home. So, scrapped that idea, went back in the car, drove around the front, and went, oh poo, I hope my classroom is open, because yesterday it was unlocked for the meeting, and I didn't lock it back before I left. I thought, well, we have a spare key if it's gotten put back where it's supposed to. That's part of the problem. We have a spare key that's hiding in our staff bathroom, but people tend to forget to put it back in there, which defeats the purpose of having a spare key altogether, because if it's locked in someone's classroom, you can't get in to get it. It doesn't work very well. That's happened with, we got that spare key to help substitutes, because if your door's locked, your substitute can't get in your room without a custodian, or like one of the secretaries giving you their keys, then you have to go up and get the keys, come down and lock the door, give them the keys right back because they need them for something else. So, plus you don't want to be responsible for the secretary's keys. Anyway, so I went in the front, I went, oh, I need to make that sign. I need to print that sign out. So I printed the sign. I grabbed a piece of construction paper from my classroom and some tape, went upstairs, put it all together, went and found the basket stuff, looked at the display and went, oh, my display looks really nice. I don't want to mess it up by taking it all apart and putting it in the basket. So I decided to just lay the sign on top of stuff, which you'll see, and put the basket underneath. So, yeah. I was completely impressed by the sheer multitude of things that were available in the silent auction. I mean, our businesses are very generous around here. We have, you know, car dealerships, we have boat dealerships, we have restaurants, and just stores, doctors and lawyers, and, you know, all kinds of services that you can get in the auction, which was really cool. So that was fun. This truck got by me, and I could maybe get over in the other lane where it's not so windy. There we go. Anyway, so I tried to give you an overview of what the auction items were. The first huge set is the baskets from each classroom, or are the baskets from each classroom, and I thought they were super cool. I didn't bid on anything because I just, you know, didn't. I don't really need any more stuff in my life, but there were some really cool things there. The bake sale items looked really, really fabulous, but I don't need that stuff, and if I really want it that badly, I can make it at home, so I'll have to work for it if I want it. I did think about getting another school shirt. I don't really need another school shirt, but darn it, they come up with such cute designs. They had these cute little ones that were for the younger kids, like preschool and kindergarten. Oh, they were so cute. And I'm sure the other grades could wear them too, first and second. But I just thought, those are so super cute. Oh my goodness. And they had like grown-up shirts that match them, so you could be like mommy and me, daddy and me, whatever. Really cute, especially if you're going to go to like football games and school events. You could dress the same. That would be really cool. They had a slime making station, which would be super fun. I was telling kids about that when they came to get their tickets. I said, do you know what you want to do? And they're like, I don't know. And I said, well, you go in the gym, there's lots of stuff in there you can do, and there's 2 bounce houses, and also you can go into the cafeteria and make slime, or you could get something from the bake sale, or you could get a cool school shirt, or you could buy a hot dog or a hamburger if you're hungry for lunch, get some chips and a drink. There's just all kinds of yummy stuff. And also, where I was set up was right inside the gym, like where people would come to watch I guess basketball or wrestling or volleyball probably in our gym. No football, of course. There's a concession stand there, and they were selling, well, it took tickets, cotton candy, popcorn, and snow cones. So you could use 5 tickets to get any of those things. Sorry, a car just pulled out in front of me, so over. Yeah. Just why I just slid again. Oh, this is driving me bananas. Okay. Sorry, bear with me because I'm a little rusty at vlogging in my car, and I'm trying to be uber safe at the same time, which is the most important thing. Because what good would it do me to vlog if I just vlogged my own accident? Not cool. So I don't want to put anybody in danger because I'm not being a safe driver. So I'm on the straightaway now. It's all good. The road is dried off mostly. The trees look really pretty. Some of them are just starting to turn yellow, a really pretty yellow. I don't really have any reds yet. But pretty soon, oh, a little bit at the bottom is turning red. I'll try to get a little bit of footage of the trees if I can. Show you that a little bit when I can see some pretty ones. Just flip the camera around for you. So it's kind of an uneventful drive home usually. I'm very hungry. I was really tempted to get something there, but I was smart and I locked my purse up in my classroom where I didn't have any money. So I was out of luck. Like, this girl not having anything. I had that breakfast biscuit this morning, but it's like 1 o'clock now, and that was at 6 or 6:30, and so that's gone. Girl used that up already, running up and down the stairs. So I'm hungry for lunch. I'm ready to eat some festival food. You know, they always have really decadent things that you would never eat normally, like deep fried Twinkies, deep fried Snickers, and corn dogs, and like those twisty fries, and pizza, and all that kind of stuff that's not so healthy for you, but tastes really, really good. And if you only have it every once in a while, it tastes even better. So I might have to go do that. I don't know if my family's going to want to go. They said they wanted to go earlier, but you know, things can change sometimes. So if we do go, I'll let you know. If we don't go, I'll let you know that too, because I'll just tell you what's going on. I was working on my lesson plans last night, as I showed you, or no, this morning, sorry. No, it was last night too. I was working out last night and I just gave up because I was just falling asleep on the computer again because I'm just so tired. I worked on it a little bit this morning, which I did show you. Yes, I remember filming that in the dark where the kitties were hungry and then I fed them and they were happy. And I went back to the meeting notes from yesterday and read over them, and when something doesn't make sense in my head, wait, maybe we'll read that again. I'm like, how's that going to work? How are we supposed to test this before we've ever gotten to it and all this kind of stuff? So I emailed my team, and I said, hey, can somebody help me? I'm confused. How are we supposed to do this by this date when we haven't started it until this date? And so one of the teachers was like, here's what we were thinking. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a little more sense. But can we do this like this day instead of this day? Because I'm not going to be done with this, and I can't get it in fast enough. So it's all about the pacing to keep us all basically on the same lesson time frame, because we're using that to group our kids. But it's tough. It is really tough. And especially if, like, you know, your class doesn't get a lesson, you don't have the leeway to teach it again, which is hard for me. It's really hard because I feel like I'm doing a disservice to my students. And then they're like, well, that's why we have interventions. And I'm like, but we're creating a need for them by not reteaching things. Like, we wouldn't need interventions if we could reteach things, I'm thinking, a lot of it. Now, that's not true of all students, of course. We're going to always need like an enrichment group, and we're going to need a remediation group. But the average kid with reteaching will get it the second time because they're not low and they're not super high. They'll get it with another chance usually. So, I don't know, I guess that's their other chance. I don't know. I just feel like it's chicken and egg kind of thing. But that's what whoever has decided to do this year. And so I'm being the good little soldier and I'm following my orders, doing it the way I know I'm supposed to. So no regrets, no insubordination. Happy teacher. That's what we need. Happy teacher, happy students, happy parents, happy administration, happy life. So I am trying to get turned into town off the exit ramp, and it's a Saturday at lunchtime and it's kind of busy. Yep. That's the chicken neck thing going on. Yeah, and this is right by a truck stop with a restaurant. So, oh, I think I can go. Yep, I'm going. Whee. And of course, I slid again. Of course it did. This needs a little stopper at the bottom of it. Yeah, I'm not sure it's going to stay at all now because I'm on a bumpy road. I can slide over that way. Or not. I think that'll work for a little bit. Until it doesn't. We'll just make it work. I am really glad that I filmed before all the festivities began, because honestly it would have been really hard to weed through the crowd. I love to show you stuff in my classroom with my kids. That is super fun. And last year I didn't do it at all because I was like, how am I going to do that without exposing my students to YouTube land. You know, I don't want their faces to be out there. Because there's a lot of crazy, weird people out there. They get really crazy, weird ideas. Plus, I don't want to deal with the whole media release, getting permission from all the parents to have their kids in YouTube videos and all that kind of stuff. Because I don't think it's necessary for them to be in them, really, their faces. That's why I just kind of showed them from the neck down. Because then they're just random first graders. Yeah. Random first graders that I would recognize their voices. Their parents would probably recognize their voices. Other people probably would too. But that doesn't matter because you can't put a name with that on the video, so it's fine. That's why I try not to show... I've shown you names, like on their cards and stuff, but I don't show you last names, so that's okay. Yeah. Good gravy. I've really messed up putting this thing on today. Maybe it'll stay for a little bit. That's right. The whole problem is, I think, like I said, I think I have it upside down, and the foot part I think has like a little rubbery stoppery thing on it that keeps it from sliding so much, but the top does not, obviously. So it just goes every time the car moves sideways. Yeah. I'm back in town. Have not called the house to see if anybody's ready, but I did tell them I would call them, so I should probably do that. Well, I tried to call home and nobody answered. Well, my husband didn't answer. We got rid of our landline a few months ago, so we don't have a home phone anymore. I called his cell phone and he didn't answer, so I don't know if he's asleep or if he's outside, he doesn't have his phone on him, or if he just turned the ringer off, or if the phone's in the bedroom. Who knows? It could be all kinds of things. There are lots of times where he can't get a hold of me because my ringer is off, because at school I don't have my ringer on, because you can't take a phone call in the middle of class. Are you crazy? No. I leave my ringer off because I don't want random phone calls in the middle of class to have to deal with, and it's not professional. So, and I'm not going to talk to someone anyway, so there's no point in having the ringer on just to know I missed a phone call, because I can see that later. So he's tried to call me before, just different times, and I've forgotten to turn my phone back on at the end of the day, and I've missed his calls, and that's frustrating for him, and I apologize profusely for that. Sometimes though, when he calls me, my phone does not ring. And I don't know if there's some kind of glitch in my phone. It's a 6 Plus, so it's not super new, but it's not super old, I don't think. I mean, in my opinion, it's 2 years old. I guess that's old in phone land. But, oh my gosh, what the heck? Ugh. Lady, that was a red light. Oh my goodness. Did you see that? Holy poo. So the light, I had the green arrow to turn from my lane, and this lady came from here and just like started to turn in front of me, and that's why I stopped so fast. Oh my gosh, that was scary. I was glad I was paying attention, because man, if I'd just been lollygagging around, I would have noticed her and I would have crunched. That was scary. She definitely ran a red. Big time red, because I didn't go immediately. I always lag a second or two after the light changes just because of that kind of thing. But, oh my goodness. Okay, let me put it this way. She was close enough to my car that I saw the reaction on her face, and she apologized with her lips. Yeah, like she went like this. And I was like, lady, I don't need this in my life today. Thank you, God, for avoiding an accident for me. On my gravel. Sorry for the bumpies and the slideys. This is going to be, I mean, I'm sure if you watch any of my vlogs, you know that my vlogs tend to be a little... Anyway, because I just tell you what I'm thinking. But today it just seems a little worse than normal as far as sketcheriness and the angle of everything. I'm trying to be centered. Come on, work with me. Well, it's just going to be what it is, because honestly, I'm kind of tired of messing with it. There it goes again. Whatever. Just going to be kind of crooked, kind of off-center like me. About ready to turn down my road, and I'll be home. So, anywho, now that we have, you know, our daughter that drives, she basically just takes my car and I'm stranded. Which, sometimes that's okay. I don't have to go places if I don't want to. Yeah, I wish that she was like me when I was 16, though. I was just more than willing to jump at the chance to do errands for my mother, because as soon as I got my license, was like, Mom, do you need anything from the store? Do you need bread? Do you need cereal? Do you need one egg? Do you need a piece of gum? Do you need a piece of paper? I will go get it for you, because I just wanted to drive like crazy. So my mom was none too unhappy to have me as a driver. Apparently I forgot to shut my phone off because Siri was talking to me. Like, turn me off, I'm tired. I'm home in the garage and ready to go in and see what's what because I wasn't able to give my family a heads up because no phone was answered. I'm sure my daughter's probably just laying in bed or something. I don't know. So I'll see what's going on and I'll catch up with you later. We decided to take the plunge and go to the Apple Festival, and we're seeing a mass exodus, so that's good. There's still not a lot of parking so far, so we're trying to find a place to park. A lot of people leaving.
Just trying to determine if I can get a better spot or not.
Yeah, a little bit closer. Oh, that was nice of him. He just kid to the inside. Cool hair, dude. Well, we found a place to park. We found, it seems to be our typical place to park by the granite place, so I guess we take it for granite every year. Yes, indeed, you are privy to my bad jokes. So my husband is the parallel parker extraordinaire. He can park anything, anywhere. It's amazing. Me, not so much. Me, I go, there's no room for me. I must go around the lot about 12 times. All right, we're gonna go see what we can see. Here's our typical parking place by Kibble Granite Works. They have really pretty wood stones here. They're not the alcohol, aren't they? Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory? Here's foot kebab, chicken kebab, fish squeeze, lemonade. I'm gonna look at nachos up there. With the big sign on top of the club on the man. Oh yeah, I do. See it?
Yeah.
No people. Giant scarecrow. Wooden signs. You could make those. Caitlin can make those too. Hand-dipped corn dogs, nachos, funnel cakes. Fresh squares, lemonade. And lemonade.
Mommy has to go and get money out of the bank.
Turkey legs and blooming onions up there. This is a popular place. Something over there. Over there. It's like alligator. Holy moly. Got Sherry snack.
Bag of Doritos.
Oh, it's like a walking taco. Yeah, it's a walking taco. Like taco salad in a bag. Making my hand cramp. Pasta, catfish, fish sandwiches. Your favorites. Gator sub. Oh, that's where those two wreaths came from.
I sit next to
Ribeye sandwich and curly. Okay, my husband went in search of a restroom, and obviously it's windy. I'm holding both drinks, crazily. We we've been wandering looking for food. There's not a lack of food. It's just the choices are tremendous. So it's just, what fried food do you want? I think he's leaning toward a tenderloin. I'm not sure. I think I might be leaning toward chicken tenders, maybe. I don't know. The little twisty fries looked really good. Of course, you got to have a funnel cake when you go to any kind of a fair type of festival thing, because those are just really good. And I don't know what else. They have tons of booths, lots of craft things. Some of the stuff that we saw last year, my daughter's like, I can make that for you. I can make that for you. And I'm like, yeah, you can. Of course you can. So my husband's really good at woodworking, and she's really good at painting, so they make a really great team. So he's done, and he's coming back, so we're going to try to find some food. Some curly fries and some onion blossom. And no napkins. Snagged ourselves a big bag of kettle corn.